Okay, so following the catastrophic failure number 4, I am live, and hopefully my audio should sound clear as day. If not, let me know. I don't think we're going to have any more issues though. This is way more tests than I've ever done previously. Normally this actually goes off pretty much without a hitch. So, hopefully we're all good. I'm just going to hold my position for a second longer here. Make sure that everything sounds fine. But we should be all good. Otherwise. Okay. Yeah, I really need more resources though. It'd be really nice if I had a second monitor that I could use to, you know, analyze footage and make sure that everything's working fine. But at the moment, I'm kind of in a weird state. And hello to you, Jackson. How you doing this fine evening? Alright, so it does look like everything's fine. I'm not getting anybody telling me that I sound awful or garbled or robotic. And you guys should be able to hear the game audio clearly. Hopefully you're not hearing my music, but if you do, it is copyright free, so that's a thing.
What?
So you're what's alright, quick. Keep moving so I don't have to.
And then I think because I'm doing all this live stream test, my game might stutter a little bit, but I think we're good. Nice. Verification that everything sounds good. That is excellent. Alright. Yeah, the past couple streams for Fallout London have been such horrific failures, and I've been working on new stuff in OBS, trying to get things worked out in a way that is helpful to both the streaming and non-streaming aspects of playing Fallout London and other Fallout mods, as well as like Skyrim and other games, stuff like that that needs to be recorded. So hopefully everything's good. And now I'm already at the Swan and Mitre. I hope that's how you pronounce that. To do a little bit of takedown, and that's on behalf of the Vagabonds, who, as I mentioned in the last live stream, are just a terrible bunch of individuals. I mean, they just ditch you right off the bat and then leave their own friend to die. They're horrible people. But hey, they'll be perfectly fine for the moment.
All alone.
Something. I'll give that back to you. I'll get. Yeah.
You're right, quick. Keep moving so I don't have to.
And yeah, you have nothing to do in this gunfight. It's pretty much just come in and pick up the scraps, but well, it's good that you missed the last stream, Jason. Looks like there were a lot of issues in that one. Ran into a lot of problems on the previous one too, but hopefully everything's worked out now, and I'll hopefully have more time for pre-stream testing too. But the new systems are a little more complicated than the old ones. They allow me to record the game, stream it, and do it all with multiple sources so that I can do some pretty complex stuff in post-editing, which is really nice to have.
You're right.
Not easy to set up. Doing pretty good myself. How about you?
Hey, you that fresh face Gaunt mentioned?
Yeah, I guess that's me.
Good. Listen up. We got hit hard just there, but we managed to kill or capture every attacker, except one. I noticed a scout hang back and leg it when things swung our way. If they're bringing back up from the Isle of Dogs, we could be toast. I need you to stop them. They look to be beelining for the comm station north of here. I've got someone to trip the power on it remotely, but that'll only hold them so long.
Didn't your mum
Go
teach
snuff
you
out the
better?
hornet before it brings back the nest. The scout was a young lass. Denim fatigues, spiky hair. Should be easy to spot. Now go. If you need medical attention, I can take a look at you, but I can't do miracles. And wipe those questions off your tongue. We've got no time for that. Need
She's like,
help?
I can give you medical attention, but then she just walks away. I was in a train crash, and I haven't felt right ever since. Can you help me?
Can't say I've treated a survivor of a rail accident before. This'll be interesting.
Interestingly enough, I think that the only thing that you get out of
There.
going to Thames
He
Haven
was suffering
really
from some kind of
is
psychological
getting,
distress,
medical
probably
treatment
brought
for
on by the
rail
crash. That remedy should do the trick. Just remember those breathing exercises.
Oh yeah. Railway spine. Affliction cured. You are still afflicted by lab rat. Further investigation into your origins may lead you to the remedy. So you still have to go to Thames Haven, but, you know, that knocks off one of two things, and it's actually not incredibly hard to get out to the Swan and Mitre. It was pretty difficult my first time around, but I feel like that was primarily my own fault. And I say it wasn't that difficult this time, but at the same time I got killed like 17 different instances, and did come away with a pretty cool gun though. So I don't know, mixed results this time. And that's all without having much in the way of HUD, so to be fair, if you were using an unmodded version of Fallout London, you probably have a much easier time. Here we go. Well, there's no need to stay very long. I do appreciate everybody joining me, though. For as long as they're able, of course. The old lass is in here.
Oi, what do you want? Shit, I don't want to die. Please, don't hurt me. I only joined the syndicate last week. I was just in it for the money. I never wanted to see no blood. Please, please let me live. I promise, I'll leave this gang shit behind.
Yeah, she sounds like a little liar. Alright.
Legend!
Worth it. Just to hear somebody say legend in that fashion was totally worth it. If I had the lung capacity for it, that would be the only way I ever said legend ever again. Alright, well, let's see. Might as well tag in another point in strength because I'll be using a largely melee-based playthrough here. Honestly, I don't even know why I pulled out this shotgun. The thing's a piece of crap. Probably wouldn't kill her anyway. Even if she is helpless. Helpless. Jeez. I love this pistol. It's beautiful. Can't really see it very well, but... or my arm for that matter. Alright. I don't know. We'll take a closer look at it later, but what really matters is how it runs in game, which I won't find out right now because it's way too dark. The only thing I can see is the sky and 10 feet in front of me. Just like home. I gotta admit, the animals out here are creepy as hell. I mean, even the deer just chilling in the grass, they're not doing me any harm, but they sound weird. And if you've ever seen the horses in this, ooh, those are nightmare fuel.
My mother wanted me to be a farmer.
Oi, wipe that smarmy look off your face before I have one of my friends do it for you. What, you think we don't know this place is a dump?
What look? I think that's just my face. Does kind of have homey charm, other than the fact that it's completely dilapidated. I wasn't really thinking of anything.
You should
now.
do something about that then. You look like a bulldog licking piss off a thistle. The name's John the Screw. I'm the one in charge of fixing up this pub that you so clearly think you're better than.
Well, true. That's true. Well, you're clearly doing a great job.
Hell no. The Swan and Mitre used to be the finest pub this side of the Thames. The Jewel of Bromley it was, right up until those pikey twats from the Isle of Dogs trashed the place. We've been trying to rebuild ever since, and if it weren't for those balmy nutters over at Bromley DIY, we might well be done by now. You know what? That gives me a brilliant idea. How would you like to make a few tickets for a quick job?
Well, I was on my way there anyway. I love easy money. Let's
Well,
have at it.
the reason the Swan still looks like the town tip isn't because I've been sitting on my arse doing nothing. We're up to our eyes in repairs and running low on supplies, fast. Typically, I'd send one of the leads down to Bromley DIY to pick up what we need. But the last time I did, a junkie blindsided him with the business end of a sledge. Now nobody wants to go near the place. But you seem like an hard sort.
Same
If
to
you were to go
Goodman.
take care of the hooligans down at the DIY so we can continue our work, I'd certainly make it worth your while.
That man has a pipe. I need to meet him. I'm in. Where's this DIY
Brilliant,
shop?
mate. You're doing me a huge favour. Bromley DIY is just up the road. You can't miss it.
It's true, I'll be there momentarily. So, this man not only has the greatest specs on Earth, but just look at the way he's sitting. This is the kind of
Hey
man
there,
I want
young'un.
to be.
Not from these ends, are you? My name's Sid. The boys here call me Sabretooth. I'm looking for a little help with something. I can make it worth your while.
Of course you are, friend. Let me know, and I'll see what I can
Listen
do.
here. I'm only telling you this as you're an outsider. But I'm no good with my letters, see? My ma always wanted me to learn them. But my dad said it would make me weak in the head. Well, I'm getting old now. And I've had my share of adventures, but my one big regret is never learning how to read proper. Maybe now I can finally play catch-up. But I don't want the boys here knowing about this. That's why I'm looking for help from someone like you. I've got a little something special for you. If you can get me the goods I need. You in?
I'm always in for helping a man learn to read.
That's kind of you, kid. It ain't easy keeping this secret, but maybe there's hope to learn, even at my age. I know some basics, but if I can get the right materials, I'm sure I could get better. Thing is, there's bugger all to read round here. Some old menus and magazines, but no proper books. And I need me some books if I want to learn proper reading. You ever hear of a library? Used to be loads of them before the war, all full of books. They're mostly ruined now, but there's a few still about. There's one not far from here, in fact.
Sounds simple. What do you want exactly?
Simple enough, but mine for the ghouls about. Get me 3 or 4 books in decent nick, and I'll give you something special in return.
Any particular books you want?
Nothing too hard. Kid stuff, even. I'll need to start out simple. If you can find it, there's a little story called Dove's Dilemma I remember from when I was young. It'd be nice to see you again.
Okay, I'll see what I can get.
Thanks.
There's actually some
You
pretty
hang
cool
around.
books in that
No,
library.
no. We need the numbers.
I'm assuming I have something quest related around here.
We used to be something, but now...
Or not.
Oi, oi. If it ain't that lab rat, the fuck you want?
Nothing. Never mind.
Righto.
I'm gonna go on my book journey. I'll be back. Do I have to talk to the lass?
You get them?
Yeah, I'd sorted. I stopped them. Things should be safe now.
Good. You
Good
seem
enough.
efficient. I like that. Gaunt said to give you some tickets for your troubles.
Nice.
Here.
I'm always good for money. Surely my efficiency is worth a bit more than this.
Not my problem, sweetie. Take it up with Gaunt if you like, but don't blame me if he just blows your head off.
I've never used it anyway.
To bullshit, yes. Gaunt just cares about getting the job done, and your feelings don't come into it. Right and proper.
It's not just the loss of men. We're hurting for
Run
ammo and
after
other
my own heart,
supplies.
then.
They keep hitting us like this, and they'll win for attrition.
Fucking dogs. We should hit 'em back, right this minute.
Easy now. Something stupid like that is exactly what they want to provoke. We've got to keep our heads.
Sorry to interrupt, chaps. I brought that newcomer along.
I've got no time for the detritus right now. Nelson, find something useful for this one to do. The rest of you, scrum! I need to go think.
Never mind what Gaunt says, sweetie. He's a hard one, but he's been through a lot, and he bears a lot on his shoulders. He's got a big heart, really.
Understood.
I've got to go now, but stick around, sweetie. We're good people when you get to know us.
Oi, newcomer. I think I still hear you breathing over there. Come over here and we'll have a gob.
More bodies getting
Bill
shot.
Winston
Have
said
trouble
they
not
fished
hearing
you
me.
out some lab down the Pender. If I still had eyes, I'd say you were pulling the wool over him. But Gaunt backed him up, and he's not the fanciful type. Well, pleased to meet you, Wayfarer. My name's Blind Nelson. I'm Sebastian's right-hand man, and I was the same to his father back when he was the boss of the vagabonds. I can't see no more, but I've been round the houses far longer than anyone else here, and my brain still ticks as good as ever.
So, you're a commuter, Nelson?
Well, check out the eyes on this one. Yeah, there's a bunch of us commuters about. Something to do with radiation and whatnot. I never much cared why. I lost my skin to it back when I was young, and I've stayed like this ever since. You get used to it. There are some what call us ghouls. Cheeky bastards.
Well, let's see. Is there any work that needs doing around here?
Feel free to ask around. We're always short-handed here and there. I've got a bit of work for you myself, in fact.
And what do you need?
Simple fact is, my radio's broke, and I'm lost without it. Sebastian keeps me around for what brains I have, but without my radio, I'm deprived of some very necessary intel. I need someone with a pair of eyes and a pair of legs to fix it. You fit the bill, right? Here's the broken radio. Go find Chill Winston and ask him if he has any parts to fix it. Bullet-Tooth Anthony has a workbench for when you got the bits. Bring it back here when it's all working smoothly and you're done. Easy, right?
Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll get started on that.
If I had it my way, you wouldn't dare show your face here.
The hell did I ever do this, man? Alright, if you believe that guy, I've got a bridge I can sell you. But, in the meantime, because I'm not going after that location, anything involving cultists, in fact, I'm not after at all, I'm gonna stop off at the Hound. Now this is a perfect location to fix myself with some loot. There's a couple of items in here that I want. Possibly a magazine. And, when I feel like it, coming back for some ceramic. Plenty of it, plus some. Also probably going to stick with my pipe axe rather than wasting any projectiles. This is where you can find your first cute Cthulhu. An unnerving feeling courses through your body as you pick up the doll. It feels oddly heavy in your hands. Cute Cthulhu. Kind of toy I would have as a kid. Some cigarettes to sell. Always a good thing to have. Not a good thing to actually make a habit out of, though. And that touch of additional strength really did make a difference. Fighting creatures, even rad roaches before, was a little bit tough. So definitely if you're going to do a melee build, gain yourself some strength and Become a head popper. There it is. Nice. Cricket ball grenades. Cola. Telephone. I'm gonna be quickly over encumbered. But I've got another level. So. Options, options, options. Big League, do 20% more melee damage. That'd be a good one to have. And I heard recently that using whichever perk it is for handguns will actually increase your damage with the musket and musket pistol. Because I guess it always applies as a pistol. And I don't know which perk it is, so I'm not going to look. But strong back is probably my better option, as opposed to strength or anything like that, because I'm going to be focused on a pretty loot-heavy build, as well as melee. But I can increase my overall melee damage later down the line, as opposed to doing it early in the game. Over there, you little bastard. Alright. It's okay. Red roaches can't really hurt me too much anyway. Get myself my first pair of specs. Nice. Crackers. Might as well take them. Toaster. Yes, I am using mods. I have a small list. It's maybe 30, 40 plugins. Ah, that's what I was here for. A long sword. I'm pretty sure that's not. Alright. Tabletop picture frame. Probably don't need that. Yeah, I've got a handful of mods. I've got a couple of stability things. I've got the wheel menu. A couple of lighting mods, weather mods, things like that. Like right now I'm using Olympus ENB, which is pretty much the best all-around graphics mod I know of, at least for Fallout 4. But I could be wrong. In fact, I could be wrong quite easily, because I don't know that much about graphic mods for Fallout 4. I'm more in it for the leisurely gameplay and relaxation. And if you come around the back of this place, you can actually find yourself a little apartment hideout. Looks like we've got just about everything that we need. Cooking station, little generator. Nice, nice. Well, I feel like most of this is going to be scrapped anyway. Alright, so let's try and get rid of everything I can. Got a sleeping bag, so that's good enough for me. Kind of a minimalist. Set that aside. Maybe get myself some light in a second here. Organize this kitchen area as best I can. Well, lazily. As best I can lazily. Alright, looks like that's all cleared up. Get myself a little bit of light in here. And that's why we're going to need ceramics. Ooh. Otherwise we're not going to be able to make any lights. Or do much of anything for that matter. And that's not going to reach, but it's okay. I'll put it up anyway. Oh, look at that. It did reach. Nice. Produce a little bit of light. Oh, and that one didn't reach, of course. Because why would it? There we go. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. That's a generator. Anyway. Got everything that I needed done there. And that concludes, quite firmly, day 1. So now we are officially on day 2. Which I imagine is going to result in a couple of streams. Because I'm only going to be here maybe another 45 minutes or an hour. But for now, we're good. We can start doing a few more additional quests. In fact, ravaged, in fact. By ladybugs. I'm being attacked by ladybugs. And a fox? Remind me not to move to London. Alright, fellas, time to take out this longsword. You're missing half a limb, I can take you on. Thank you for breakfast, chaps. It was good meeting you. I don't think I need a crowbar. I'll take his 9mm pistol and his truncheon. Definitely take his motorcycle helmet. I love the way that they did doctor's bags in this one. Nice. Alright, let's see here. I've got black rimmed glasses. I bet those don't do anything for me whatsoever. Got a dispatch helmet, which maybe that does something. I don't know. It's just a white helmet. Is it any better than the motorcycle helmet? Got 5. It is not better than the motorcycle helmet, so I'm going to get rid of that piece of junk. Alright. High bowler. I don't think that I need a leather left arm or a lieutenant's hat, no matter how awesome it looks. T-shirt and slacks. Worker's cap. Get rid of my junk. Maybe cook myself some food, seeing as I'm half dead anyway. Had a lot of junk on me. Let's see if I can make those foxes into something. I'd wager. Fox steak. Good bit, too. A 1-to-1 ratio. Alright, let's see here. Fox. There we are. Probably didn't need to eat both of those, but that's okay. And looks like I've got quite a bit of 9mm ammo, a little bit of 32. Got my ballast song. I don't think I'm going to need my pipe max anymore because my longsword's going to cover me. Thing does 42 damage. I definitely don't need 2 police truncheon or 3 shotguns, so gonna put those away for now. Actually, I know a place I can go and scrap them, so I'm gonna head out that way. And hello to you, Alex. I also have a pair of spectacles that I'd like to acquire. No particular reason, they just look cool. Oh yeah. Take me on, chaps. I've got strength aplenty now, and I'm just gonna keep dumping strength into my character. Be able to cleave a man in 2 with ease. And I heard a fellow using profanity out here, and I'd like to quell that as best I can, but I don't see him now. Yeah, and this is what Olympus EMB looks like when you're out in the open. It helps to have NAC Legacy or perhaps the new version. I'm using the Legacy version of NAC, but it looks pretty good. Not perfect, but it looks alright. Ooh. Heard something. Crazy explosion of some kind. And I could go get myself into a load of trouble, but I'm gonna postpone that, at least for the moment. I don't really need mushy peas, though. No world in which mushy peas are ever good. Going into the glades would be a poor choice indeed, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure there's cultists in there. Effectively, if somebody is completely insane, just avoid them, because they are more dangerous than you are. By quite a bit. So those cultists, even unarmed, can kick the crap out of me. Wow, those frame rates are in negative numbers. Alright, I only need one handgun. Nothing else, get myself a little bit of materials out of it. Definitely need that. I don't want to get rid of my pipe axe, but well, I probably don't need my truncheon either. I'll keep the ballast on, but mostly because can I put a stock on my rifle? What do I need for that? Adhesive and screws. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, right? I like the look of it. Really helps with the thumbnails too. At least in like the mod showcases and things like that, people really respond to the greens and blues. And it is important to note that if you decide to use this, you do need to actually turn off LUT, like 3D LUT, in the VFX shader, because otherwise it would look like that. Kind of has an orange hue. And I don't think that looks very good. And honestly, I don't think any of the LUT settings look good, so having neutral colors is just a lot better. And then of course you have to click save, so. Alright, I think I'll be fine in the library. Hopefully this time I won't get schooled by a ghoul. Oh, here he is. Haha! My Arthurian magic does work. The beautiful thing about becoming a melee user early on in the game is it pretty much allows you to just accrue astronomical amounts of ammunition. Take whatever you need. You can also reduce your carry capacity usage pretty significantly if you're, careful. Could pretty easily end up with some heavy weapons, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't exactly know what I'm looking for in here either. Weird noises. You know, thinking of which, I think there's a service rifle in here. Not in this exact location, but inside the library. Which is a strange place to have, Yeah, I'm stuck. There we go. You can almost always wiggle out of those situations, but if you can't, type TCL into the command bar and you'll be out. find it funny how tight this location is, where it's kind of hard to move around. Because, I mean, human beings my size or larger than my character would need to move around the world, right? So if I'm getting stuck, there's a problem. I'm so dead. Perfect block. And I died anyway. Yeah, never turn in a book late. They'll take you on. Alright, so I'm gonna do a less comprehensive search of this location, I think. But, or maybe I'll take out these ghouls first. I had that ghoul down there a minute ago. Can't find them. Thought he came down, didn't he? Then I went up. Alright. Well, I'll be in some danger, but not gonna trigger. Yeah, this is where his rifle is. Got a couple of 32 rounds, shotgun shell, and a suppressed converted crude rifle. Maybe it's because I came in here a little bit earlier than the last time that I showed up. I was here previously, it was a service rifle, which makes a lot more sense, honestly. Because why would he have that crude weapon? It's okay though. I have one of my own. I'll be alright. Could have sworn there was another ghoul. That one that came down the stairs. Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, maybe he fell. Why do I need it? Enjoyment. Pure, unadulterated fun. There's some. Okay. Hear all kinds of noise, in fact. Oh. Got you. You got backup or something? Still got danger music. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, who doesn't need a ball-peen hammer? place is loaded. And I mean, at the cost of fighting a couple of ghouls, really worth looting. And if you have this awesome sword, you can really do a number on them. Plus you get a good bit of EXP just picking locks and whatever. Molotovs. Nice. See? This thing's incredible. Slice and dice. All you gotta do is be semi-accurate. And that's how you get into the banned book section. Get yourself Brave New World. And Lolita, which I imagine the lusty frontier made for all of you Skyrim fans out there. I googled it. It's not a real thing. It's definitely a Skyrim reference. Unlike many of the books in this section, which are real, like The Catcher in the Rye, Howl and Other Poems, 1984. Got quite a few other ones too. Lady Chatterley's Lover. Never read it, but I've heard of it. Catch-22. Pretty much anything that looks unique. Well of Loneliness. Location I need to check out is just books. Books, books, books. Alright. Then I imagine this section will have a specific book. But probably going to use a gun for this section. Not that a gun is going to help me much. Especially if I can't get it loaded. Got reach, boy. That's right. Arms ain't nothing. That's right. Mwahaha. You cannot face a master swordsman. You might be able to. And this is why swords are awesome. They keep you from having to expend your bullets, which people will buy. Alright. Bangers and mash. Nice. That's what we needed. Okay. Take that retro clock. I don't know what quest I have active right now, so let's see. Clear out the Bromley hardware store. Find Dove's Dilemma. Search for the books of Sabretooth. Alright. So I'm at the location. At some point, I re-enabled my HUD. Limited though it may be. accessibility is not awesome in this location. This library is way too tight. Here we go. Larry Crocker and the Chamber of Fishermen. Textbook. Regular book, regular book. Doesn't seem like I have any quest markers or anything like that. The Very Radiated Caterpillar. I've not heard of that one. No reason. Gosh, sure is cold in here. I have to go get a coat or something. I don't know what is up with this inclement weather. It was like 75 degrees in here yesterday, and I was like, yeah, let me turn on the AC, and my AC broke, and then I was like, okay, but I really shouldn't need AC in winter. It's just not reasonable. Only to today wake up and be like, huh, it feels so pleasant in here. And it's 60 degrees, and now it's like 20. And I don't believe this guy. I don't think it all will be alright. So it says to go back into this location. That's where it's telling me to go. But I have no right idea where to look. Thorough scan of the environment. Who knows, it could be in that desk fan. I don't think it's actually in here. Not in this particular location, at least. Just take them all. If you just loot every book, you can't miss it. Something like Dove's Dilemma. Mwahaha! I have discovered it. I knew there was a reason for my paranoia. It was this moment. This moment. Wrong floor. My fingers are frozen to the bone. I should not have put my desk next to this window. It is so cold. Giant bug. Resilient bug. Really resilient bug. Thing had quite a bit of might to it. Yeah, this area of the game does not have the greatest performance, but that's okay. Wonder if there's anything back there. Kids meal. I am not a child. No, give me my Happy Meal. A lot of rubbish around. And I'm not just referring to myself. Basket, get myself some steel. Look at that, we're already getting to the end of another day. Ticks and a pastel. Nice clean sound going down that ladder. Kind of wondering if I have more time to do a quest before day 2 ends. Or if I should take on said quest even if I do have the time. May not be the wisest choice. I'm going. I don't know who you are or why you got a gun in my face. I'm going. Because if you're not attacking me, I'm calling that a win, honestly. I don't have enough pound coins. collect a few more. All the ceramic you could ever ask for. God, I love the Brits. Ah. A souvenir coffee cup. Pull out London. That's cool. I dig stuff like that. That's because I'm lame and poor and don't have the money to buy myself a new coffee mug. Which is part of why I'm streaming. Figure if I'm gonna play a video game, might as well make a few cents off of it anyway, right? My FPS is trash in this location. Yeah, it's garbage. Way to regain your health. Just drink some water. I love that they incorporated ladders. Makes a huge difference to have verticality in a game. Wow, 2 crude guns. Not worth jack for shooting with, but I can sell them and take the ammo. That'll serve me just fine. I can take them. I got this. Oh, there's 3. Take out the one. Flanking maneuvers. Yeah, that's right. In fox meat. I mean, mangy fox that I am totally not gonna eat later. Where'd the last meal go? Come back here, you bloody sod. Dinner. Mwahaha. You know, if you just learn to never use stim packs, you can actually sell them for an incredible amount of money. That's what I do in Fallout 3. Just drink water and eat food. Half the times it heals you better anyway. Oh dear God, did my game just... Oh, ho, ho, nice! I'm always so happy when my game doesn't crash. I swear, just talking about Fallout 3 makes your game crash. Thinking of which, I'm gonna quickly save. Because I don't know when the last time it auto-saved was. And I don't know where I am, but I do know this is the hardware store. And my FPS is, like, fine apparently. Other than those stutters. I might seem paranoid about performance, but I'm actually not that bad because... the performance used to be pretty terrible with Fallout London. It seems mostly stable now. psycho or anything. I'll probably want to use my sword in here as opposed to a gun of any kind. Got skimmed milk and tea. Not really a whole lot else.
Can't keep doing this forever.
Cold
One last
beer,
job, then I'll call it quits.
strength. Why not? Get myself a cold beer. Crush a human being a bit. Oh, some hype. Oh, that's what I need. Increases damage for 25% for 5 minutes and increases damage resistance. Tag that in with a cold brew, and I should be good. Here we are. Cold beer.
Running low on supply.
What?
Need to take more risks.
Be
Oh man, come back! I was having fun.
I'm gonna die.
oh, let's do this.
Super dead. Wasn't enough. I'm gonna need a grenade or something like that to take those guys on.
Do they always make it so easy?
Alright. Was that right after I took all that stuff? That it saved? Yeah, I bet it was. Alright.
The fuck was that?
There you are, you bitch.
Hey.
Where's that bitch gone?
It wasn't. I blew myself up. Jeez. I suck. This is why I don't fight human beings. I'm better off
Into
fighting
this someday.
insects and foxes.
Till then, don't get caught.
Alright, let's try this again.
Hey.
You killed him. Over here. Time's up. There you are, you bitch.
Ah, I don't know why I just tried to block a gun. But I think I got them all. He'll need a gun. Actually, let's test out that 32 pistol. I bet it sounds amazing. Not bad. Not particularly effective, mind you. Perk. Do a bit more damage. Crush some defenses. And a Dutch beer. I don't need a board. I don't know why I picked that up. I'll take the guns, why not? Because I'm carrying too much, that's why not. There's probably many more valuable things in here. That was creepy. carry capacity, so I'll have to come back later. But I do think that concludes the quest, so should be good there. Get rid of that ball peen hammer. Oh. Get rid of a couple of things. My cold beer wore off. Apparently those shotguns aren't very, weighty. The rest of that? Let's see. Oh. Get rid of my hat. I'm sure that'll do it. Not wearing it anyway. And I'll come back. I don't know when I'll come back. Probably a little later, but for now, that should cover it. And I do think ultimately that wraps up days 1 and 2. Still gotta go turn in the quests, but I imagine it's gonna be quite dark when I step out of here. Yep, getting there. Really getting there. Aw, got my hopes up. And my hopes were dashed again. Okay. Oh. Ah. Those guys have killed me a good number of times in other playthroughs. I love the environment here. It's real nice. And honestly, Fallout London plays a lot more like Fallout 3 than it does Fallout 4. It has a much more nostalgic and relaxed vibe. Go do away with all my junk just in case they give me a gun or something like that. That's going to require a little carry weight. And if those of you who are watching want to throw up a like, I'd appreciate it. Really helps with the algorithm. Wow, can't speak properly. Alright. Yeah, really helps with the algorithm. Supposedly. It supposedly helps. I have not seen evidence of this personally. Turning in these quests to. I've got.
Oh well,
Didn't your
you're
mum
back.
teach you better?
No, she didn't. Your DIY shop is now hooligan free.
Brilliant. You're a lifesaver, mate. Now I'll be able to get this place back to its former glory in no time. Here's the tickets as promised.
Nice.
Also, before you go, I want to give you something that's meant a lot to me over the years. But I think you've earned it. It's my lucky red rat smasher. Hopefully after we make these restorations, I won't be needing it anyway.
Miller's hammer, which has struck more fear into his enemies than it has any nails. Rat Smasher.
You hang around. No. We need the numbers. Hello, young'un. You get to nab some books for me?
You know I did. Oh, I sat down, all to have him stand up and ruin my whole plan to chat with him on even footing. Not yet, apparently.
Well,
I thought I had them all.
Sometime, I'm sure.
Oh man, I'm such a failure. Let's see, catching up. Search for the books for Sabretooth Sid.
More bodies getting shite done never hurt anything.
Maybe he just needs more books. In any case, I suppose I'm gonna head back to base, sleep the remainder of the night in game, then I'll cut together this footage into something usable. I don't feel like there's enough people really talking about Fallout London these days. But there damn well could be.
My mother wanted me to be a farmer, but I get my hands dirty in other ways.
And these types of games tend to fall out of popularity. Yeah, it's already 10:22 in game. Give myself a good night of sleep, then go back into action first thing in the morrow. And I'll try to live stream again tomorrow as well. Alright, that is all for today, gentlemen. I am going to leave you with a fond farewell, and hopefully, this time, my audio won't cut out too early. You have a good rest of your day, and I'll be live streaming again tomorrow evening.